I'm going to start with one of the poems that David Hill has sent us, because he sadly can't be here himself, and then I'll read one or two of mine and hand over to him. This poem of David's is called Foreign. Foreign is a drab hallway and a 20 block in some back street the other end of town, where a gang of cleaners smoke, joke and chat, lounging against the peeling ochre walls. It is the sombre queue, shuffling papers outside an unopened window, closed door in a corridor with half the lights on. It's the faded notice taped on the glass in a language you cannot understand, or execrable English, or German. It's going trembling to the next office, and then being told to return and join the same queue you were standing in before. It's proudly handing in your pile of forms and learning that you need to get 2 more, despite what you were told there yesterday. It is the brief leap of joy at the thump of a rubber stamp, or probably 2, at the foot of another form today. It's the glimmer of hope that tomorrow the turgid queue will have whittled its way down to you before the office closes. 10:30, you'll have to get there before 6. It's the fear that's pricking between your legs when Thursday dawns, and it's time, as they said, to get the form you need to get the next one. It's the smug spring in your muddy shoes as you burst through the double doors at last, documents stashed in the depths of your bag, unconcerned for once by the endless rain.
We're very sorry that he's not here with us, but at least he sent these 2 poems. And this one is, I won't tell you what it's about, but it's called And All That Jazz. I phoned up Steve the other night to ask him whether he could fix a time when you could see his girlfriend's dad, a specialist in all things gastric, about that tummy problem that you've had. He laughed, more disbelieving than amused, and said that Lucy's father played piano. A jazz man of considerable repute told me how we'd even listen to his CDs together, his monk interpretations, and that I'd revelled in his texture and his line. I said I'd call him back, put down the phone, sat upon the lowest stair step, watching how a cobweb wafted gently by the door, wondering just what was going on. How did jazz pianist turn himself to surgeon? What strange underworlds had I begun to mine, where I could dig up something quite so wrong? Just the further end of not recalling if the poem was by Marvel or by Donne, the minuet by Mozart or by Haydn, whether the garden bird that's singing now is actually a blackbird or a thrush. Things I'd known and thought I always would, or if the slender threads that bind us both beneath this roof have anything to do with love at all.